What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Another webcast of Brian Speaks On, and today I'm going to speak on a topic about how people set their moral barometer. And I'm going to use a specific example, and we're going to point out some things because that's what I like to do. I like to point stuff out. I want to talk about Michael Vick, somebody who really shouldn't even be a major topic of discussion at all for any reason anyway right now. People in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, they all uptight because the Steelers signed them. They're signing all these petitions to have his contract terminated because of his past involvement with the dog fighting issue. Now, it's just I just find people to be living in such a contradictory world, and people will choose to subjugate what they feel is morally reprehensible versus what's not so much reprehensible, not so bad. And for those who are of this moral stance against Michael Vick, first of all, we're going to point out a lot of stuff here. Try to get it in as fast as I can. First of all, the man went to jail, served his time. He paid for the crime in which he committed. And usually, once you do that, you're supposed to be allowed to live your life. However, you're able to legally, which he's been doing since then. Secondly, let us not forget the fact that he himself was not found guilty of actually fighting the dogs. He was guilty of housing the arena, or whatever you want to call it, in which the dogs were fighting, but he himself was not found to be the one fighting the dogs, even though, again, it was on his property, but it wasn't him actually fighting the dogs. So people are saying, oh, he's a dog killer. You don't have any proof that it was actually him doing that, so where y'all coming with this from? And again, I'm not a Michael Vick fan, so this has nothing to do with me being a stand for him. Thirdly, I would like to wonder, for all of you people who feel like what he did was so wrong, I would like to know how you feel about a person who goes and gets a permit to carry a firearm, goes up in the woods somewhere, and shoots an innocent animal dead for the reason of it being sport. Now, you just shot an animal dead. Let's say you shot a deer. Deer was minding his own business in his territory, in the forest. He's minding his own business. You killed it because you can, because it's legal, because it's sport. Now, morally speaking, what is the difference between doing what you just did and doing what Mike Vick was convicted of? He was fighting animals for sport. Some of them died. What's the big difference? Now, again, me being an animal person, I would rather not see either be allowed. Especially, I'm actually more morally repulsed by those who are game hunters, because you're doing something as if it's some kind of thrill, as if you just really accomplished something. You went in the forest with all these fatigues on and shot something that had no idea that you were coming for it. How about you go up there with an old school hatchet, how the old ancient Indians used to hunt, or the Africans. Go sharpen you up a stick and go blow for blow with the animal. Then I might respect that. So yeah, there's that juxtaposition. And let's go specifically to the people of Pittsburgh. These morally upstanding, indignant people who seem to have this huge problem with Mike Vick being on the team, but didn't seem to have such a huge problem with Ben Roethlisberger on their team. Big Ben, the man who was, in court almost convicted of rape. Yeah. Y'all wasn't signing petitions to get Ben kicked off the team, when he was accused of raping someone. And, let's not even go with Ben. How about Santonio Holmes? The man of, the man of the, let's say, of the marijuana preference. How about Plaxico Burress? You know, yeah, everybody's got their thing going on, but it just seems so funny how you fixate yourselves on Mike Vick because of his thing. For somebody who might actually just be the third string quarterback on your team. You know, you just had a wide receiver just get suspended for this year for 4 games for marijuana smoking for the second time. So let's not act like your team is just laden with all these saints and people of, living the upstanding life. Again, the stuff that y'all choose, some of y'all, I'm not going to put everybody under the umbrella, but for those who are signing that petition, I would really wonder how many of you are a registered gun owner who goes out into the woods and shoots unarmed animals unbeknownst to them. And I would like for anybody to explain to me what is the moral difference between doing that and fighting dogs. Tell me. Because one has been deemed legal and the other has not. It's a lot of contradictory people out here in this country, man. A lot of contradictions going on out here. Now, I'm a little curious as to what is the whole what is the motivation for having all this, indignation against Mike Vick? What is it? Are you really a dog lover like that? Or is it something about Mike Vick? I have to, because when you take all logic out of something, you have to go with other things. And usually when we're dealing with certain people in a certain situation, you have to look at things from a certain paradigm. So is it really about the dog or is it really about the guy? And if so, what is it about that guy? Are you really being true to what you're being so indignant about? I think some of you need to be looked at a little bit with a little bit more scrutiny than Mike Vick. Again, he did his time. What have you done that you haven't done your time for? Think about that. I'll catch y'all later.